Hello everyone! I'm basically only doing this because I said I was gonna have a Brutal Mario video on Twitter recently. I was supposed to be talking about something completely unrelated to the game. It was going to be kind of an announcement-ish video, but in the end, I ended up actually not having much of an announcement to make, so we're just gonna play a game, because I said I would. I'm just gonna play through a few stages, the few I was planning to, just to show off this game. Brutal Mario is a pretty neat little hack. Probably most people who are familiar with Mario hacks have seen it. It's one of the more popular ones, but for good reason, I think. It doesn't have the strongest start in the world, but it gets pretty interesting. You know, it borrows stages and enemies from other games, and, well, you'll see, you'll get the idea. Some pretty interesting stuff. The start here is nothing too out of the ordinary, you know, just, well, aside from that penguin there, that's an enemy that's not normally in Mario World. And of course, we've got the piranha plants from Super Mario Bros. 3. Like the ice world and everything, I mainly remember those guys. Then we open this door and suddenly Yoshi's Island. You know, skiing, that's kinda neat. This game does a lot of things like this, just suddenly throwing you into things kind of out of a different game entirely. Oh no! There's actually no avoiding that, but it's okay, because you do not die. You end up in the next proper area. We've reached the actual castle with a checkpoint. I'll just grab this flower real quick. Everything's still kind of slippy, slidey ice physics. It's gonna be like that in the next room, too, regardless of the fact that doesn't make a lot of sense. And suddenly Mega Man 4! Yeah, we're in a stage. I was gonna say what stage it was, but I'll let that be a surprise if some people aren't as familiar with it, I guess. But yes, we are in a Mega Man 4 stage all of a sudden. Unfortunately, we're still kind of dealing with the ice physics a little bit. These rainbow platforms, though, are straight out of Mega Man 4. I thought that was kind of neat. I love the incorporation of stuff from other games. It's definitely the kind of best feature of this hack. It's what makes it such an awesome hack. And such a difficult one to put together. I mean, this hack, like, a lot of Mario hacks just use lunar magic, you know? It's like a stage editor someone created. That's cool and all, but, and some people use other things other people created to help them make levels and all that, and it's understandable. We can't all be coders. I'm not a coder. Ringman! Yes, it is Ringman from Mega Man 4, and I'm going to send him back to Mega Man 4. I know how to fight him pretty well, so this should go fairly well, thankfully. But yeah, we can't all be coders, so it's understandable why when a lot of people think, hey, I'm gonna try making a Mario hack, they'll just use, like, lunar magic and stuff. But this hack was made by, you know... Well, basically this hack was made by doing, you know, proper actual hacking. Like, they didn't just use a tool, they pretty much got in and messed with the code themselves in a hex editor and even did assembly hacking in assembly language. Yeah, have fun, like, learning that stuff. I know people who are perfectly happy to open a hex editor and that kind of thing, and they're scared away of editing in assembly. Ooh, I almost got hit there, but we take care of Ringman, and true to Mega Man, we actually get his power for a little while. Only for the rest of this stage, but still neat regardless. Ring Boomerang, I can, you know, grab items through walls and kill enemies and all that fun stuff. So that's kind of nice. I want that one up. Give it to me. There we go. Nope, there we go. I will need that springboard in a minute. Die, Sparky. That's not its actual name. I don't remember its actual name. I'll need that switch in a minute. I should have actually taken the springboard. Gonna place it right in front of this door. Don't actually know where that goes, because I have not bothered to check. I know it doesn't go where I need to go, though. Now that I've grabbed that one up and placed the spring in position, hit the switch and let's go. Kill you with the Ring Boomerang, because I can. Grab the feather, because I want it. And this is where we want to be. I'll take both those feathers, because I might as well. And we get a 1-up. Ah, yes. This room is straight out of Mega Man 5. The last fortress in Proto Man's castle, I believe. Like the very last room of that area too, or, you know, right before the boss. never was a big fan of this room. Actually, I don't mind this room so much in Mega Man 5 itself. It's not too hard to get through, but in Brutal Mario, I'm kind of not a fan of it because you gotta do a sliding maneuver right there that always makes me really nervous because, you know, in doing that in Mega Man is fine, but it's a little trickier here in Mario, and it's very easy to kind of mess up that slide and just end up getting crushed under the block you're trying to slide under. Of course, if you're willing to take a hit, you can always just run under it as Small Mario, so that's always an option too. Crap. Well, I stole his heart, but I can only hit him with it when he's not in his shell. That's the only way to hurt him, because even when he's not in his shell, you just bounce off him like that. Give me my feather. After you hit him twice, though, you gotta do something a bit different. Grab his heart from there, and this, I have to say, I thought was kind of a bit unintuitive. You gotta hold the heart under that rising fire, and it'll hit him down like that. That could have gone better, but at least I won. That's the important thing. Now, there is a secret exit in this stage, though, so I'm gonna just head back in real quick. Oh, right, cutscene. You show that castle, Mario. Yeah, Mario entered the castle looking to steal a Yoshi egg. Inside, he stole something unexpected. That was Ludwig's heart. Read into that what you will. I'm not sure why the Yoshi egg is saying thank you, considering this game. Like, some of the things, like, the plot outline and everything, it's like, you kind of more get the impression Mario probably wants to eat that Yoshi rather than save him. Anyway, we don't actually have to go too far into the stage to get to the secret exit, thankfully. We just gotta go right down here. That penguin is there to kind of tip you off that there's a path down here. Get in this pipe, and we've come to the boss door. And the hack maker was kind enough to provide you with feathers here. It's one of the other things I like about this game is, besides all the, you know, really neat added stuff to it, it's also not an overly difficult hack, I feel. Like, sure, it's at many points more difficult than the original game, but it never is, like, unfairly hard, I don't think. Or, well, at least it's usually not. It's never like Kaizo or anything like that, so you don't just have to constantly make save states in order to get through the thing, I don't think. Crap, that's not good. Die! Yes, you gotta hit it twice. After, you know, you get the first 3 shells on the way, then you gotta hit it 2 more times. It can be a bit tricky, but thankfully I didn't have to do another take of that. So there's that stage. Now in here, yes, we've got the Battleship Halberd. That's right, we're heading into Kirby Land next. Really a fan of Kirby Superstar Ultra, by the way. Actually, well, I have not played the Super Nintendo original version yet, to be fair. I first experienced it, actually, through the DS remake, Superstar Ultra, and I adore that game. I played the heck out of that thing. Loved it. I actually, like, enjoyed it so much that even after, like, I got 100% on that game and everything, I went back and played it again pretty much right away, just, it would have been boring to play it the same way right away, so instead I tried a challenge run. I was like, you know what, let's go through this thing without using any abilities and see how far I can get like that. Try to get as much percentage as I could. There were a couple of treasures in Great Cave Offensive I was actually surprised I was able to get without abilities. Oh man, though, getting through the true arena without abilities was pretty tough. One of the harder things I've had to do in a game. This last guy, I gotta lure him down before I stomp on him. I messed that up. That's okay, I'll get a power-up right down this way, actually. It's right in that block there. Oops. Give me! Yes. Oh, right. Mini-boss. I forgot about that. I forgot about it because it's probably not the most memorable thing ever. This is just kind of boring, I guess. You just gotta duck under the laser. Yeah, it's a very simple pattern. A platform is gonna pop up where you're standing, you just gotta step off of it and duck for the laser. Then another platform is going to rise up where you're standing, take you a bit higher. Crystal's going to lock onto you, and you just gotta fall off the platform, let that thing bounce back, hit the crystal, blah blah blah. Not exactly a hard fight. Not exactly very interesting to watch, or very easy to come up with things to, you know, say it about. This fight was a little different in Kirby Superstar, of course. I don't really recall exactly how, though, because it's been a while, and I'm kind of out of it right now, to be honest. Probably not the best time to be commentating, but I just felt like getting it out of the way now. I was gonna record stuff for that announcement video, but again, kinda ended up not actually having anything in particular to announce. So I'm just kinda doing this instead, just to make good on the promise of Brutal Mario, at least. Because, I mean, if I said I'm gonna do it, I should do it, I guess. Crap. Alright. Now these guys... Man... You know what? I'm just gonna run by him and run in the door. Yeah. Didn't want to risk messing that up yet again. You'll notice I'm Big Mario suddenly, so I guess it's not so bad that I got hit again. Get a chance to show this off, that you just suddenly become Big Mario for no reason. Well, there is a reason for it. You can also see up there, we've got hit points in numbers now. And we must fight Meta Knight! It's another unique boss. He cannot make me small. He can only take, you know, he can only take away health, basically. I just gotta try and kill him faster. Which is self-explanatory. I'm sure you could figure that much out. It's just, I can't help saying obvious things when I'm recording videos sometimes. I don't know why. If you've played this in Kirby Superstar, you probably won't have too many problems. Can be a little weird getting used to the Mario physics, I guess, though. I could be doing better, I could be doing worse. Yeah. Whoa! Aw, man. That massive tornado attack of his, it's great if he does that, like, close to one side of the screen, because it can give you a huge chance to just wail on him, because as you have no doubt noticed by this point, you do a lot more damage to him striking from the back than you do hitting him in the front, so... Hence the very bright flash and the unique sound effect. Still worth hitting him in the front, though, since that still does a little bit of damage. Almost got him. Missed my opportunity there, but that's okay, I still finished him. And we've got one last section, though. That's right, Carol, I believe, is the name of the creator of this hack, and I really have to hand it to them, the job they've done with all this stuff. It's like they even recreated the escape sequence. I don't even know, well, I was gonna say, I don't even know how you do that in Mario, but I kind of answered that earlier. Assembly hacking. Changing, like, basically it's to the point, that's to the point where, you know, the creator of this hack didn't just, you know, hack around things, like, create things within the confines of this game engine. They actually changed the way the game engine itself operates in order to accommodate some of this stuff. That's at a whole nother level entirely. I'm gonna do this one more level, because I like the boss in this one. In particular, I like what the boss is. It comes from a completely unexpected source. I mean, thus far we've had, let's see, you know, thus far we've had games just primarily from Nintendo platforms, like, you know, Ring Man from the NES, and... like, that's a Capcom game, but still, it was on the NES, and then we've got, you know, Meta Knight, who is from Kirby, which is an actual Nintendo property. This comes from something entirely different. I do have one thing... I do have one thing I can talk about, actually. That, one leftover thing I realized I can bring over from the announcement video. I have realized recently that the 5th anniversary of this YouTube channel is actually coming up here in May pretty soon, so I was kind of surprised to find that out. I didn't realize this channel was that old. If anything, I thought maybe it would have been like the 4th year, but no, it's the 5th year anniversary coming up, so I'm gonna have to do something for that. I'm still kind of debating what I'm gonna do, but I've got a couple ideas. One thing I'm thinking of doing, I might do a Let's Play for that, even though I have Let's Plays, like, on hold and stuff already as it is. I might just leave them on hold even longer just to do this one for the 5th anniversary. Not positive yet, though. One thing I'll say, though, which I might want some confirmation on whether or not many viewers would be okay with that, is I might take an approach of doing it a bit more lazily than I normally would, like, just kinda... Well, that's kind of undecided, too. I guess we'll just see what I feel like doing. But, yeah, I may want to possibly not put as much effort into it as, say, well, like, recently I did the Let's Play of Thousand Arms, and that was a kind of crazy amount of effort for me. I'd rather not jump right into another LP where I put just as much effort in. I don't think I want to do that much effort anytime soon. So I might do this next one a little bit lazily, but I don't know. We'll see. Like, I might not be doing quite so much editing and whatnot, and I might not go for like 100% or anything either. In fact, I'm almost certainly not going to, because that would be a little crazy for that game. I suppose it depends on what you consider 100%, though. I'll try to show some things off if I can remember to. I don't know. I might not put as much effort into it as I usually put into LPs, but I'll probably end up putting some in, because I have a hard time not putting any effort in. But yeah, 5th anniversary is coming up, and suffice to say, I have a couple ideas, so we'll see what happens with that. Anyway, yeah, Ultima. This, for those who don't know, is the final boss of Final Fantasy Tactics for the PlayStation. Or alternately, you know, Final Fantasy Tactics: The War of Lions for the PSP, whichever you prefer. That was kind of a surprise to see. I would say she fights nothing like she does in the game she comes from, but that's kind of a given. I mean, Hack creator just kind of had to try and come up with moves for her to use, because, I mean, she's the boss of a tactical turn-based RPG. It's only natural, you know, translating that into a platformer, you're gonna just kind of have to make crap up. It's interesting, though, if not a little overly easy. That heart's a little harder to dodge, but not by much. You do have to watch it when you're taking the opportunity to attack her, though, when she comes down, because actually, if you let her run into you, she will grab you and, like, drag Mario up into the air, and then seemingly give him a kiss, actually, but the kiss damages you, so you don't want to do that. The AI is a bit random on which moves it uses, though, and so the fight can be dragged out quite a bit depending on what the AI feels like doing, so that's why they give you so much time up there. Though, honestly, if they're gonna give you that much time, I have to wonder why why we weren't just given, like, infinite time for this. Because, like, I've actually seen that done. In fact, the next level after this, which I will not be playing, is a rather it's interesting. It's a rather large level with multiple rooms you can go back and forth through. It's, you know, not exactly a typical Mario level, and there's no timer on that one. You can pick up keys for locked doors and that kind of thing. It's neat. But I will not be doing it, because I don't really feel like it. And that is why the boss was so easy up to this point, because it has a second form. That attack, when she lowers down to the ground, you want to hop on her as quick as you can, because she will heal herself. She no longer does the diving attack, she just lowers to the ground to heal herself, and she's giving me a lot of opportunities to hit her, which I can't really complain about. When she starts shaking like that, she'll ready Ultima, so move underneath her. She can also do this attack, and it moves much more quickly, so it is much more difficult to dodge. It's also larger, so, you know, bigger hitbox. Yet another reason for which it is more difficult to dodge. The timing's a little tighter on dodging it, but it's still not necessarily too hard. You gotta pay attention to whether or not she's prepping the ball attack or the ultimate attack, though. And there we go, boss defeated, and that went pretty well, actually. I'm glad. Like, I was originally planning to play this game in the background while talking about the announcement stuff I was going to talk about. And I did like a few takes of that. I did like a few preliminary takes of that too, and none of my runs really went quite as well as this, you know. Especially the first one, obviously. I mean, the more times you play these levels, the better you're gonna be. But anyway, yeah, that's Brutal Mario. It's a pretty neat little hack. There's a lot of things like this in the game, just, you know, unique enemies, like imported straight from other games, unique abilities, like how we had the ring boomerang in the one stage. There's actually a couple stages where you get the leaf shield from Mega Man as well. Pretty neat little hack, but that's all I'm really planning to show off of it, I think. This version I have is not completed. I don't know if there is a completed hack. I think, you know, this is the English translated version. There's also a Japanese version that I think has a few extra stages. I'm not sure if it goes to the end or not. I know this one has, it kind of cuts you off early. Like, right after the Dark Castle is I think right after the Dark Castle. No, maybe, I think after the Dark Castle is actually one more stage, and then the stage after that just says, like, to be continued, and if you go into it, it shows a picture of Wendy Koopa, and you die. And it kicks you back out to the map. But, so yeah, it may not be finished, but it's a pretty awesome little hack. I'd say, if you're into Mario, check it out, I guess, if you haven't already, because I'm sure most people who are aware of hacks have already checked it out by now, but yeah, regardless, thanks for watching, and I'll see you some other time, maybe in the, like, whatever I do for the 5th anniversary. Till then, take care, guys.